Hey, this is Cesar Rolon, and you are watching the Flava Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flava Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flava Podcast.
We're back. We're back. We didn't change.
But
We're
Chicago
in.
pizza or New York pizza?
Oh, I'm with Chicago pizza all day. Well, that's
Tom,
White Tom.
because I like chasing the man or the rats.
The rats. You said, can you put your finger up for a second? Like this? Up like this, like you're about to point something.
Oh.
So this is going to be... What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flava Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flava Podcast. Today is a cold day here in Chicago. I believe it was like 8. 8. Freezing. Yes, we're cold. But in this room right here, it's going to be hot. This table is going to be hot for two reasons. One, I got a guest co-host today. Yeah, Liz is out again. I told you guys she'll be out for like a month or two doing her thing. But the guest today as well, it's going to be bananas. But I'm going to introduce to you right now our co-guest host. What's up, Paloma Greer?
What up, my boy? How are you? Thank you for having me back. It's super, super exciting to be here.
I am so glad you're here, and I love that you said, "What up, my boy?"
Of course, you're my boy.
She's bringing the b-boy in it. I love it.
Yo, listen. I feel kind of like in the mix right now. I feel like I belong. Look, check it out. See? Oh, it's the other side. See, I'm official now, so... Yeah, thank you for this. This is super, super, super special. So thank you. See, I can rock it kind of good.
Yeah,
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think you're loving this situation right now, right? Because you're looking at the screen a lot.
Just a little bit. It's just, I just feel like, I feel cool
Yeah,
today.
and that's the only one we had for the Chicago Podcast Summit 2025. And you got it today. It's yours.
That's what makes it extra special. So thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna treasure this. So thank you so much. Plus, it's super warm.
Super warm. It's kind of cold in here
was a
today.
little colder
Yeah.
here, so.
It's getting warmer now. You hear the heaters turning on.
Yeah, but no, thank you. This is super special. Okay, I'm over it.
So how have you been, Paloma?
Really good. Busy as usual, but nonetheless blessed, and looking forward to 2026.
Okay.
And closing, a very strong 2025, and it's very good and exciting news.
Yeah, I believe you did close out the 25 season year, right?
Yeah.
Really, really strong. You did a lot of stuff this year.
I sure did.
Mm-hmm.
And also in numerology terms.
Okay, we're going to numerology again. Her and Liz. This is why I have someone just like Liz.
So no, to me, it's all about numerology. Everything I do, it has to be in alignment. And 2025 was a year 9. So that means you add the digits, right? So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, that gives you 9. So we're in a year 9, which means a year of completion,
okay.
and a year of endings,
Okay.
a year of shedding off what no longer serves you.
You sound just like Liz.
Really?
yeah.
So you were aligned.
You, Liz, all my co-hosts. You, Liz, and Suli.
That's right. Those are my girls for sure. But I think that for me, that's what it was. That for sure. So ending a lot of, personal relationships, also business relationships. And once I did that, I think that I am ready to walk into 2026, which is a year 1.
Okay.
So not to mention, it was the year of the snake, right? In Chinese astrology. So a lot of shedding.
Okay.
So you're shedding old skin, right? So now we're ready for the year of the horse, which is a year 9. So we're going to go full course, baby, like full force. And I cannot wait.
Okay. So when I think about a horse, what you just said about speed, right? Horses are fast.
Yes.
Right.
And number 1 is it's a male energy. So it's all about let's go, taking action. We're gonna going strong, and especially after coming out of this year where you already kind of got rid of all the people, all the situations, everything that is just not in alignment. And to me, that's what it was. And it's, a lot of the endings are sad, right? Just like everything.
Yeah.
But it comes down to, okay, what's in alignment with me with my spiritual life, my business life, my personal life. And a lot of those relationships are kind of like, because they were always there, but they really have, they bring nothing to the table. To the contrary, they kind of like take from you a lot more than they give.
They rip away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not giving.
Right.
I feel you. And I also believe that. I don't believe in numerology. I just don't. But it makes sense when you talk about it like that. It does make sense to me. Like, yeah, that is definitely the year of shedding. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's I think it was Tesla who said, in order to understand the language of the universe, you have to understand, frequency. And numbers is all about frequency. Numbers is the same thing. So, whether if you realize it or not, Los, let me just tell you, numerology has a lot of impact in your life. And
Word.
I actually apply that into my business, I plan ahead, like the whole entire calendar. And I make sure that there isn't a Mercury retrograde going on when I'm going to have an event. And, I do a lot of those things. And I can tell you that works 100%.
I believe you because you're really good at websites and whatnot and aligning things the right way. And so, yeah, I definitely believe that what you're saying. That this is the second time. I know. So Liz brings it up. You brought it up. Liz brings it up. You brought it up. And Sully brings that up. But I was at a restaurant sitting next to this guy. And automatically he started talking about that. And I'm like, what is this with people coming up to me with this numerology stuff? They're talking about it.
That means you're aligning, Los.
I'm aligning.
You're aligning. So yeah, it's all about frequency. And I do believe that anything and everything that you do, whoever is in front of you, whoever is in your orbit, good or bad, is nothing but a reflection of your frequency, a reflection of literally how you're vibrating, because we're energy.
That's good, because I've been getting some really cool people in my life lately.
There you go. That means you're cool too.
Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. So how's your week been?
Pretty busy. It's been busy. I am in the middle of planning, everything for 2026. As you know, I work on many different projects. So my brand is Cachet Marketing and Events. However, I do collab with other, partners. So I have 20 Piece Networking Events, which is a huge core of my business. So we focus on just doing networking events. We have about every week.
There's something always going on with 20P events.
Oh, for sure.
Every week.
Yeah, and
sometimes twice a week.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I am Not for Profit, which is a new movement that raises awareness on the dark atrocities of human trafficking, and I'm very invested in that. I came in through the marketing side, right? But now that I'm in, it's a mission, and it's a business with a lot of soul and with a cause and a purpose, and that's one of the things that I no longer get involved with anything unless I feel it in my soul. Okay. And so that has had me busy, between designing the website, doing marketing, creating content, and whatnot. And then of course I have my signature events, which we have. Women of Influence coming up. We have International Women's Day coming up, as well as we have a retreat in Nashville happening in the summer.
Nashville, come on, somebody!
Yeah, so all those signature events. So everything that comes involved with events is tedious. Is very they keep me busy. So,
but you get it done.
I have to. I have to. There's no other way. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the success that we do or the business that we have built. So
that is awesome. I love it. My week has been also busy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Also busy, but everyone knows I work multiple jobs here, right? So, and it's not because I need to; it's because I want to. I like staying busy and I like learning.
So, what do you do besides this? Because I know you through the podcast. Yeah. I don't really know what else you do.
Well, I work for the city of Chicago.
Yes.
So I do that, and then I got the podcast here. I contract myself out, or people contract me out. So I build podcasts in people's places. Like one I did at a dentist's office. Wow. So he wanted not to go home and podcast or a different office. He wanted it right next to him. Like there was a room right next to him where I built a podcast studio.
So you are literally building a podcast studio at a dentist's office? At a dentist's office. Wow.
Yeah. In other places, to people's houses, either attic or basement or extra room. I'm building those things. I'm a host on CLF, is Community Leaders Fellowship. I'm a host on their show.
Because you're the best. That's right.
I'm just busy. I am so busy. But I'm thanking God because this is what I wanted, and He has given to me. He's like, okay, good and faithful servant, toma.
Yeah.
And I'm getting everything that I've been actually dreaming about. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. My life is pretty cool right now.
You're manifesting, baby. You're manifesting. So, using, the language probably Suli or, everybody else around you use. So get used to it.
Yeah. And I love entrepreneurs. You guys know I'm big on entrepreneurs and what they do and how I could help them. Today I was at the Puerto Rican Museum. They had some vendors out there. They were selling their product, right? We're at end of year right now.
Mm-hmm.
So people still have products that they've been having throughout the whole year. They made them, right? So Christmas is coming up next week.
Oh, I can't believe
It's already around the corner, yeah. So they still have product. How did they get rid of the product, right?
Yeah.
So one of our guys, which you're helping out, Nick Ramos.
Nick Ramos, with the Chicago Theater Works.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's having an event on the 26th, the day after Christmas, right? Entrepreneurs, I know it's the day after Christmas. Tell your family you're an entrepreneur. This is what we do.
Yeah.
He's having an event. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Sure. So this is really one of the events that I love to partner up with only because of the cause. And I love Nick Ramos and his purpose and how he cares for his community.
Big time.
I was talking to him earlier today, and we were talking about kind of like what's going to happen, all the the program and everything else. And this is just really a playground for entrepreneurs and small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
He gave away the vendor booths.
Yo, you're getting it for free. Vendor booths. So how much are vendor booths?
Typically, in an event like that, anywhere from 150 to 300. It could be a lot more.
I've seen a lot more than that.
Yeah, depending on the type of event. So this venue is quite large. I mean, you can, I believe the capacity is up to 300, people. And when I asked him, okay, because, I'm helping him with that. Anything that has to do with the vendors. And I said, okay, is there a price attached to it? And he's like, nope, I'm giving them for free. I'm like, really?
That's right.
Wow.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I think he's such a blessing to
Let's
many.
give him back.
Yeah, because you know what? Let's be honest. As an entrepreneur, sometimes you have really good months, and sometimes you get none. So anything that helps out too, and specifically, for the business owners that have a service of a product, specifically product, right? So you have like all this inventory, and it's the end of the year, you're trying to get rid of that, and he's giving this opportunity, which to me, that's amazing. And I think he is what we need more of in this world,
He also holds the men's circle. So the men's circle, once a month, he brings men together at Chicago Theater Works, right?
Yeah.
And we just talk it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negativity going on in men's minds these days. And, people are committing suicide. Let's just be honest. People are committing suicide. And he's there. He wants to just be the place you go to where you just open your mouth and you just throw up on everybody, get it out.
Right.
And there's also going to be people there to help out as well.
Right.
So there'll be a therapist there or whatnot, a psychiatrist there to help out
beautiful.
guys. And it's a free service that Nick is also doing because he just loves on people. And I believe he lost 2 people just recently over suicide.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's pretty. Pretty
so
sad.
his heart is there just to help out as much as possible.
And I think that's the thing, when you do something from the heart and something with a purpose, with a cause. I think that's what makes the difference. And to me, this is really incredible because, you find a lot of women's events and wellness events and whatnot, right? I mean, I'm in that field myself, and we always talk about healing and somatic dance, to process trauma, stuck in your bodies, things like that. But I haven't really seen anything for men.
Yeah.
And to open a safe space for men to come in and allow them or give them...
Get their minds busy.
And to become vulnerable.
Right.
Because for men, it's hard to become vulnerable, It
is. And he opens that space up where you could do that, is the exact that. Or just listen. Just be in the room. Everyone knows already, I said on the show, I'm a suicide survivor. And we need more places like that. More places like Coffee Hip Hop Mental Health as well, which is down the street from Nick's place. They do that as well every Thursday. So yeah, we need those places.
Yeah. So God bless him for that. I'm really blessed to, have come into the, his orbit. Thanks to you, because I met him at the, the podcast.
Podcast Summit. Yeah. The Chicago Podcast Summit 2025. Look out for the Chicago Podcast Summit 26.
Yes, and we have some workshops coming up.
We got some workshop. You are the first workshop. You're doing the first workshop right here at the Flavor studio. She is teaching about websites. How should your website look like to gain more clicks, gain more clients, gain more monetization, money. You need money.
And how to utilize AI to your advantage.
And look at that.
So everybody's crying about AI. And yeah, I can see AI is taking over. But the thing is, you're going to have to know, even the people that are utilizing AI, right? They have to get to know AI.
Yep.
And that's some of the secrets that I'm going to be able to share.
AI is not the devil, people. It is not the devil. I know you guys are, especially the Spanish community. It's el diablo. It's el diablo. It is not. See, back in the day when we used to have newspapers and then radio came around, they used to say the same thing about radio. The radio's the devil.
Yeah.
And then when we had radio, right? We got used to radio. This is the same thing about TV. And then we got TV. Now we got cable. The same thing over and over. It is always the devil. It is not the devil. It's technology. We're moving into the future. And this is what it is. And if you're not into AI now, I'm sorry. If you don't get into it, it's going to be an issue in the future because everything's going to have AI in it.
You're going to fall way behind. And especially if you do your own marketing and your own everything. I became 10 people when ChatGPT came up.
Yeah.
I used to pay people to write the website.
Yeah.
So now I can write a website, even code for a website. So I utilize all of that, to my advantage. Of course, there's a part, right? There's a human part that AI can never
That's right.
replace. The way you sit down with your client, the way you understand their vision, the way you bring that live and manifest their vision on the screen it's something that AI cannot do. You might be able to give them prompts, right? And it might be effective, but that human connection, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
AI is not going to be able to replace that. And also the emotional connection that you make with your audience.
Right.
That's what marketing is all about, really. And we'll talk about emotional marketing at the workshop.
The workshop. It's going to be here. It's going to be February 28th. Make sure you go to www.flavorpodcaststudio.com and sign up for that workshop with Paloma. She will be here. She'll be teaching that class, and I'll be dropping some gems on podcasting. If you want to become a podcaster, I'll be dropping those gems that day. But it's going to be mostly her, not me. But it's going to be a great time. Go to that website. She actually made that website. So you'll see how dope it is.
And it's going to get even doper because I know you have something, that you want to change, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. So,
yeah. We're gonna have a good time with that website. So I just want to give a shout out again for my Latino community. There are entrepreneurs that are doing some great things out there. Keep on doing it. Remember, it's the end of year. Try to get rid of those things. Go to Nick Ramos' place, Chicago Theater Works, and show up. Show up on the 26th of December.
It's a free event too.
Free event. You're getting in for free, and you got tables for free.
And we have a couple of artists that are going to perform.
That's right.
Ricky and Gimo. They're young Latino guys. They're just amazing. I'm so excited to have them. And
awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Awesome. Listen, I got this thing today from an entrepreneur. Me the cookie, and I got Humble Park sweater on it. Awesome. This is for my boy Rene. He makes all those Humble Park shirts you see all over the city. Even in New York, I saw a sweater in New York. Somebody was wearing a Humble Park sweater in New York. This is my little guy to be here in the studio for now on my little Lucky Charm. But right now we're going to get to a real fast hot topic. So are you ready for hot topic? So this part we're supposed to say together.
Okay.
So when I say it, you're supposed to say together. Okay. You
Say
ready?
what? Hot topic?
Yeah, you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready for hot topic?
topic?
So what is your hot topic, Paloma?
Well, I want to, since we're talking about that trend, AI, how you can really leverage AI. And I've seen so much content on AI and, how they demonize AI. And so there's a little bit of truth to that, right? Because it's all about the algorithms and and what shows up on your feed it's kind of like a reflection of your own beliefs, right? So everything that shows up, that's that. But there's another part of AI that we kind of like ignore, which is you can make AI your slave.
You can make AI your slave. What is going on? What I got myself into with Paloma? What are you talking about?
You can make yourself. So listen, most people, kind of like input prompts like create a business plan targeting, right?
Okay.
And ChatGPT, and whether if it's ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. That we like, all right, would you like me to, put it in a PDF file? So everything is pretty much done for you, but it's really about the prompts, like how you how you
teach it.
How you teach it.
Yeah.
So you have to train AI to your advantage.
Yeah.
So for example, ChatGPT, right? I get the paid version, which is you get the most of it.
You got to pay for it.
You have to.
That means so cheap
I mean, you
people.
get really good stuff with the, with the
I pay for
free.
it.
Yeah,
I pay for it, yeah.
You have to.
It works a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. But you can actually train ChatGPT, or in this case, Gemini, or whatever platform you utilized. So you give as much information as possible. So, for example, I'll give you an example. I told ChatGPT, I want to learn new words. I want to learn new strategies. Anything and everything that you can add in addition to what I'm asking, I want you to spell it out for me.
Okay.
Right? So it's kind of like taking a step ahead, because there are things that you don't think of, right? So you might say, okay, I want to create a business plan for 2026. I want to, I want to calendar events, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it'll produce just that.
Okay.
But if you say, hey, since I'm into numerology, please give me warnings when there's like conflicting energies.
You're gonna prompt it to when.
Oh, yes.
Tell me the warnings before they happen.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I'm hey, ChatGPT, I'm an artist. I'm spiritual. I'm into numerology.
Okay.
I blah blah blah, ABCD. You basically tell ChatGPT everything that you're about to, everything of your interest. And also, right, because, I mean, let's just face it, we're getting old, right? So we don't know.
Who's getting old, girl? I'm 52 years old. I look like I'm 32. Come on now.
Me too.
Yes, you do.
But the thing is, when I hear my kids, talk, it's like, what does that mean? So I also ask him to give me information from different perspectives.
Okay.
Gen Z, Gen X,
Come
and
on.
also millennials.
Talk that talk. Okay.
So everything that I ask ChatGPT is like, all right, give it to me as if though you're talking to a millennial. Give it to me as if you're talking
I've
to,
never done that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why you have to come to the
You
workshop.
gotta come to the workshop February 28th.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
have to know how to talk to, what kind of information you're given. Because ChatGPT and any other system is literally a mirror,
Okay.
right? So it's going to give you what you put in.
Uh-huh.
But if you take it a step further and really get to know the ropes of it, you get it way more. So that's why I found a lot more success after I discovered ChatGPT. So when it comes to numerology, right, I'm all about energy. So I'm not going to throw an event during Mercury retrograde,
Okay.
right? I know you don't know probably what that means.
I don't. I have no idea.
Or for example, if you're walking into your enemy year, right? So I was born in the year of the snake, 1977. Oh, I think I already told everybody how old I am. So, so my
You're supposed to
enemies.
say 1977.
Yeah, one of my sons said, "You were born in the 1900s?" I'm like, yeah. But 1977 is the year of the snake, right? So my enemy year is the tiger. So I'm not going to mess around, right, with any tigers during that year. I'm going to stay far away from any tigers. I don't care how good that business proposition may be. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Because if you're walking into your enemy year, you don't want to be the underdog. Like, you don't.
Right.
To the contrary. Another thing is, I'm a chess player. When I was 13, I was like, original.
Stop playing.
Yeah, hey.
Stop playing, girl.
Try me.
I'll bring out that board, girl. Don't play.
So I think of life like the game of chess, right?
Okay.
So what are my moves? I see what's your game, what's mine. What are my moves? What are yours? And every single move that you make is like, okay, why did he make that move? What am I looking at, right? And then I'm like, okay, how am I positioned? So if this happened, what's going to be my next move? So everything is strategy for me. Besides the fact that I'm a snake, because we're all about strategy, and, So
it just sounds wrong when you said, besides the point I'm a snake. It just sounds wrong to me.
Well, I was born in the year of the snake.
It's a Chinese thing, people.
But the
and
thing
she's not a
is,
snake.
when I tell, ChatGPT, I'm a snake, and of course, these are my beliefs. And like I said, this is all going to be mirrored, to what I believe. So if I believe that, that shall be, right? Because it's all about what you believe, it becomes, right?
I got Nisa in the background going,
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you.
Exactly. What you believe, that shall come. So if I believe like, hey, it's all about energies, I need to I guard my energy. I don't mess around with any, enemy sides. Because trust me when I tell you, even though, oh my God, no, we're BFFs forever. No.
Word.
It will affect you.
Word.
So when you're under certain energies, right? You want to be careful. on how you move. So that way, I tell ChatGPT, hey, give me any warning signs for my calendar, and then it spits it all out.
Dime bochinche. Okay.
So that's kind of wanted to share with people. It's like, no, don't be afraid of AI. Don't let AI dominate you. Dominate AI.
Awesome.
In order to, be successful in business and really pretty much everything else, because you can gain a lot of knowledge with the right prompts. So
awesome. You know what? I'm gonna go to my hot topic, but I'm not, because I thought that was a good enough hot topic right there. I think that was good enough. So we'll be back with our guests, and this table is about to get hot. Let's go. It's your boy Los and
Paloma Greer.
And we'll be back. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Los from the Flava Podcast. Did you know that a research study, Rashi, has been shown to have anti-cancer properties, anti-tumor effects? It helps detox the body and regulates the immune system. Whether your immune system needs to be controlled or boosted, Gano can help you there. And natural coffee that changes people's lives. Get your daily dose of 150 antioxidants in 1 cup while enjoying the flavor of this beautiful coffee. Natural coffee never tasted this good. What's up? And we are back, and that was Gano XL Mushroom Coffee. Look at the hair, y'all. This is 5 months in. Look how long it is. I used to have a fade, and I wanted to grow it out, and having that coffee and just eating good. The hair is great. The gut health is great. The skin is awesome. Try the Gano XL Mushroom Coffee. Link is underneath. But right now, I told you this table was about to get hot. But wait a second, it's already hot a little bit. Because we got Paloma Greer in that building. What's up, Paloma?
What's up? Hey, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here for this particular guest as well, because I believe there's a connection that needs to be made. If you guys were watching earlier, the numbers are aligning.
Estamos de lujo.
And that voice you heard right there, right, is the one and only Cesar Rolon. How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Thank you for being here.
I'm older than you, so what's up, son?
You know what? I love that you said it that way. That's the B-boy side.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. Wasn't ready for that.
There you go.
There you
He
go.
needs a hoodie, though. He needs a hoodie.
Right.
Hoodie. What's up,
son?
We got another hoodie. So, man, thank you for coming down. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the things that you do for the community for a very, very long time that you've been doing this, right? Can you tell the people that don't know who you are, which is almost impossible, but don't know who you are and what do you do?
Wow, it's a hard one. But you know what? Again, Cesar Rolon, I have really culminated myself as someone that is a proud Puerto Rican. I know that my road and my job always has been to elevate the perspective of our community thoroughly through and through. So, I mean, my background is radio, television. I used to have a record label. I produced house music.
Okay.
Yeah. We had Ralphie on our label. We have
That-
Joshua.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we
That
did.
I did not know. That you
Yeah, it was called
produced
Rama
music.
Records. I was the A&R.
Okay.
And we had Sean Christopher was actually on my label as well.
Okay.
Along with Lugo Rosado.
Let's go.
So, it's just something I've discovered in myself that basically, my drive always has been to elevate the perspective of our community.
Yes.
And I do it when people kind of piss me off. So that's really when I tend to really create programs.
Thrive,
Right.
Is when people piss me off. And that's, as I mentioned earlier, my background, being Puerto Rican, I was the executive director of the Little Village Chamber of Commerce almost 30 years ago. And I was there for 7 years. And then when the Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce launched their office, I became the first executive director of the Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce. And even that time, there were about 300 men that were part of the chamber. There were no women.
Okay.
So I took it upon myself to actually launch the first Hispanic Business Women's Conference.
So wait a second. Is this the first time you got pissed off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, where are the women at?
Uh-huh.
We have men in wheelchairs, but there were no women. So, I mean, luckily, I there were some people that I knew in radio and television, and along with Iris Martinez.
Let's go.
And we launched the first Hispanic Business Women's Conference, which really kind of put me on the map right there.
Yeah.
And we started bringing in, females into the Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome.
And then, life took me to different situations and positions. And,
Okay.
that's when I started really creating more projects and more opportunities.
Okay. But you're very much known for one particular thing. You're known for a lot of things, but this one particular thing that you do every year in different cities, what is that?
Latina Expo.
Latina. That's right, ladies.
Yes.
He's
Latina Expo.
the one you've been hearing about. He's on this table. It's a hot table right now. So how long you been doing that?
In Chicago, this will be my 9th year.
Your 9th year.
So
Okay.
our 9th year, we expanded last year, the year before, to Miami and Dallas.
Okay.
And next year, we'll be in San Diego, Los Angeles, and New Jersey.
Let's go. So what was the drive behind that? Somebody got you pissed
You
off
know,
again?
really, I gotta tell you, I mean, that was like before that. As you know, I'm the original founder of Latino Fashion Week.
Okay.
And Latino Fashion Week actually ran for, this would have been our 27th year. It ran for about 17 years. And that really started because of a comment someone made about Latinos in fashion.
Okay.
And I happened to be working at X Tropical, at the radio station in Chicago.
Yeah.
And upstairs was the Greater North Michigan Avenue Association, which is the chamber for the Mag Mile on Michigan Avenue. So there was a comment that they did a program called the Dress Forums of Michigan Avenue. These were mannequins that were designed by fashion students that sat in the gardens of Michigan Avenue. So I decided to buy one, and I said, hey, make sure that my student designers are Latino or Latina. And they came back and they told me they couldn't find me one. I'm like, in Chicago?
Wow.
I know we're not paying cash.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So at that point, I started going up and down the Mag Mile to see if there was any support for Latino designers. I specifically went to one store, which was Cartier. Okay, knowing they wouldn't, they don't support us. Yeah,
High-end.
But there was a purpose behind that.
Okay.
So with Cartier, I actually walked in, asked, hey, do you support, local Latino talent? He says, no, actually, your people don't shop here.
Your people don't shop here.
They don't shop here.
Ooh.
So I pulled out a picture of someone out of my pocket. I said, do you know who this lady is? And he was like, no. I said, her name is Maria Felix. She's a very, very, very iconic, legendary, actress from Mexico. But she was actually the designer of the Cartier Serpentine necklace and bracelet. And all of her chairs on her sets was named La Doña Cartier because that's what she was known for. So he had no idea.
Nope.
And then from there, I started going down the Mag Mile, and then I went to this one store, and you may recall, it was called Scoop NYC. That was in Wicker Park.
Okay.
And I walked in there, and I knew that their Dallas and their New York store supported, Latino talent, and just went in there, introduced myself. I said, hey, by any chance, do you support Latino designers? And the girl says, I don't know. Let me ask my manager. So she turned around and says, hey, Gretchen, do we support Latino designers? And not knowing that I was in the store, she said, hell no.
Damn.
No
Wow.
way.
So that's when light bulb went off, and I said, I'm going to have the first Latino Fashion Week. So I called some of my friends in radio and television. And
Wait. What year was this?
wow, this was 27 years ago.
Okay.
27 years ago. And then I made the announcement and sent out a press release. And I got a call from the Associated Press saying that if you do this, it'd be the only event of its kind in the U.S. So the first show I actually did at Galleria Marchetti because it had that New York tent vibe. And that very first year, I had Jesslyn Gonzalez. I had Cynthia Olavarria, who was actually the Miss Universe in Puerto Rico. And someone that was a brand new artist that was kind of no-name that nobody really knew, Daddy Yankee.
Oh, wow. Look at
So
that.
at our very, very first show. And then what I started doing is that because, we have to educate non-Latinos, okay? Because they still think that, we buy our clothing in the areas that we live in, whether it's 26th Street or Little Village or in Humboldt Park, whatever the case may be. And that's not the case, okay? We shop everywhere.
That's right.
And, so at that point, I need to educate the non-Latinos. So there's a book called Hollywood Hispanics. And in that book, it actually showcases Hispanic actors and actresses from the yesteryears that had to change their names to become respected. So what we did was that the very second year, I was able to get the windows at Macy's on the Wabash side.
Let's go.
And that year, I brought in Rita Moreno.
I was hoping you said that name. I love her
Yes.
so much.
Well, you know what's interesting is that she lived here in Chicago.
Did she?
Yes, because her daughter lived here, and her husband was a doctor at Northwestern.
Yeah, one of my favorite actresses in the
By far.
world. In the
By
world.
far.
Yes.
Love her.
By far. And then the very next year, teaming up with Sony, because I was a publicist for Sony Music, we did what's called El Ritmo de la Moda. And basically we brought in, and Sony brought in artists that really reflected the genres of our music, whether it was salsa, reggaeton, bachata, whatever the case may be. And every year it just elevated itself. But I want to make sure that as a Latino, that we showcase top notch shows in a respectful way.
Let's go.
That was just like New York City.
Let's go.
And I was not going to shortchange myself at all whatsoever. And I'm proud of that because the fact that we're now, it's now called the World Fashion Festival because so many countries wanted to participate. We are the reasons why Black Fashion Week and Asian Fashion Week started here in Chicago.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Groundbreaking.
I
So-
mean, you literally, you've revolutionized the entire industry.
You know what? I'm proud of that. I'm extremely proud of that. And this past year, we had Mongolia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Argentina. I had the opportunity this year of producing a 3-day show for Carnegie Hall, where we actually went to Argentina, we went to Cuba, and in Spain. And we actually,
Spain,
it was
my favorite place in the world.
Flamenco Fashion Week.
Let's go.
It was 50 shows in 4 days. I don't want to see another flamenco dress as long as I live.
I want to see one right now.
But again, it's
Ole.
great because what we did was that through that, we actually established the Latin American Fashion Council.
Okay.
And now I am actually on the board for the Puerto Rico Fashion History Council. And now we're going to be groundbreaking our own museum next year in Puerto Rico.
My God, that is awesome. All I'm thinking about right
exciting.
now is I'm glad she's here. And there's one more person that wanted to be here, Jesus. Jesus has a shop on Division. It's called Y'all Ready.
I heard of that.
He just came from Thailand.
Okay.
And I guess they had Miss America there or a bunch of Miss Universe or something. He designed one of the dresses for one of the ladies there. I would love for you to meet him.
Well, interestingly enough, I have a guy named Ian Tran. 2 years ago, this young man was my last candidate for the models call that I did. And I was like, yo, that kid's got a chiseled face. He's got a good look. But just like every other one, couldn't walk. I trained him in my house for about 6 weeks. And he's now on the front cover of Vietnam Vogue. And he became also Mr. World.
I love this.
So again, the possibilities are endless. And fashion is not what it used to be.
No.
Fashion is not the size 0, the size, 1, 2, whatever the case may be. Literally, you can find anyone on the street.
Yeah.
Everyone has that inner beauty and talent within inside of them.
Let's go, Cesar.
Right.
It all depends on how you align that.
Yes.
I mean, look, it's not about the eyes and the face. It could be your finger. It could be your knees. The legs are the most expensive part of your body to actually, insure. So again, anything is possible. And now, when I walk through, and especially walking down Division Street, and I see these beautiful women with curly hair, I'm like, oh my God, do you know what you got?
Yes. Yes.
Because being ambiguous is popular now.
Yeah.
And
now, before you kind of like had to be discovered, either walking at the mall or something, but now with social media, a lot of people enter that world just because of who they are
Correct.
and how they walk. I've seen, some, models that are, well established and whatnot, and then you see somebody fresh off the street of social media, with that hair that you were referring to, now there's a lot more opportunity. But what I love is that you are utilizing this platform to truly make a difference and to change the world.
Yes.
it's about messaging, and we can change the world. We
Yeah.
absolutely. So just so you know, that every night of the World Fashion Festival and the events are all fundraisers. Another event, and again, same thing with the Latina Expo. That fundraiser is for a national organization that I am really proud of called Dia de la Mujer Latina. I met this young lady at the White House about 25 years ago, and it was all about servicing Latinas in cancer. I'm the board chair now, 25 years, and that's exactly what we do. We actually provide services to underserved Latinas in the area of cancer. You may know a product called Know Your Lemons. You may not know if you're familiar with that, but in the Anglo community, white women get these lemons that they squeeze so you can actually feel for the lumps in your breast. So this year I launched the avocado because Latinas know aguacates.
Right? Yes,
And
that
so
makes
basically,
This is really good, bro.
and what we did was that it's an open avocado in the pit, and you actually put your finger on it, and you feel for the lumps. But the beauty there is that that avocado, which we give away, actually has a QR code that takes you to tutorials on how to check yourself, get more information, so forth and so on. Another event that I started 8 years ago is something called Man Up. you know, and I called it Man Up because, you know, as a kid, we'd fall down, your dad be like, yo, man up,
man up.
you know? But it's a men's lifestyle. It's a men's lifestyle expo. And I created like a man's cave to actually take the fear out of getting themselves checked. So I bring in athletes and sports commentators and hoopty cars and mixologists and barbers in a setting that is really, 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 really comfortable. And the stories are out there. You know, my thing is that, you know, as a Latino, you know, it's that fear factor. It's that vulnerability. It's that machoism.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
and besides the fact that you don't really go to the doctor to get checkups. You don't. Unless something is really wrong. It's too late.
When it's hurting.
Exactly.
That's too much. Yeah.
That's when you make an effort to go get checked, or, you know, we don't do testing, you know, not really, especially men, enough, you know, older generations. So to have that platform, to have those resources, it's...
You know, when you think that Latino men are now getting prostate cancer at the age of 35 here in Chicago.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yep. That's a detriment.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's also our lifestyle. It's the stress that we have now, even more because of, you know, the political fear factor that we're in right now. Yeah. But then it's also the hormonal stuff in our food. I always tell people, I have a problem with chicken breasts that are bigger than my mama's breast.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, you know, and then for those who want to stay away from red meat, what do? They turn to chicken.
Yeah.
So again, we don't know. And how is it that when you're back home in our countries, in Latin America, you know, you don't have those issues. You don't have those hormonal issues. You know, it's as if you're eating organic all your life. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, these are things that, and it's going to get worse. So we have to teach, you know, our kids, families, you know, the beauty of, you know, of roots, you know, el llame, la yautía, la calabaza, I mean, all that stuff, you know. And this year, I'm actually going to be launching another event. Well, I started 2 years ago. Again, somebody pissed me off.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And it was basically, you know, Chicago's known for food. Mm-hmm. We're a food town, okay? And when I see that the city of Chicago launched Gourmet Chicago, and the opening night was tacos and tequila, but they featured Rick Bayless. And nothing against Rick Bayless, okay?
But he's not Latino.
But where are our people?
Yeah.
When we have such great Mexican restaurants here.
Huge.
Okay? And I'm going to give you another one right now. No por nada. If you go on Chicago, the Gourmet Food Month right now, you know, in January, which is coming up, which actually it's Restaurant Week. Mm-hmm. If you go on there, you're going to see all the subject matters of all of the types of food that they're offering. As Latino, they only have Mexican. Really?
There's more.
Really?
There's a lot more.
Okay. Again, exactly.
But who's in charge? The person in charge.
This is true Chicago.
That only knows Mexican. Because everybody Latino, it's a Mexican to
exactly.
people.
Yeah, and the thing is that we're all pigeonholed, you know, that way. Yeah. I mean, it's like when you walk into a grocery store, and I mean, literally, I fought to have that subject matter changed to where it said Mexican aisle. No, we're not all Mexican.
Yeah,
and that's the beauty of what I love doing, and that's really elevating our culture. I'm always going to be Puerto Rican, but I'm always going to be pro Latino. Period. No matter who you are, where you come from, because we're here to support each other.
Right.
We have a story. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, when you're, when I'm in LA and someone says, go back to your country, this is my country.
Yes.
The U.S. took it over. Okay?
You know what I say? I'd love to go back to Puerto Rico.
Exactly. And I will be next week.
Send me.
So again, I actually started 2 years ago, the Latino Spirits Fest. And I only featured Latino spirits, Latino beers, Latino champagnes, and I only featured Latino and Latina mixologists.
Come on, I'm clapping.
How do you find them? Like,
it's you know what? It comes out. Let me tell you. I mean,
they align.
Yeah. So September 19th this year with Natalia Boa. If you don't know who she is, get to know the name. Natalia Boa is the first Latina to win an international cooking show on the Food Network.
Nice.
She is Puerto Rican, lives in Chicago, and she was trained in Mexico. She's an award-winning chef. She's been on all the Food Network shows. She has her new cookbook coming out. And we're going to launch the Latino Gourmet Food, Wine, and Spirits Fest here in Chicago.
Beautiful.
And we're only going to feature everything culinary Latino. everything.
Yes.
Okay.
God.
So again,
That's awesome.
how beautiful is that? Because you know
Yes.
what? Thank God we live in a great city with really good food.
Yeah.
You know, but
and
now
some really good
phenomenal.
Latino chefs.
there-
Carlos Gaitan is one of
Carlos
them.
Gaitan is one of them. You know, the other one, you know, Mito Kaya, who's been nominated for James Beard several times. But then look at someone like Sinwa. Have you guys been to Sinwa, the Brazilian restaurant?
No.
Let me tell you. Okay, this is where we're going, the three of us. And
go.
we'll do a podcast there.
Let's
Deal.
go.
This is actually across the street from the United Center.
Okay.
Okay. She's the only Brazilian restaurant that she operates out of her home.
No way. That's
Okay.
that's the it
She
cannot get
operates
better
out of her home,
than
and
that.
now because it's gotten so popular that she actually now offers a like a brunch every single day. But you have to have reservations far in advance on the weekends to go and eat at her home, and she's directly across the street from the United Center.
I want to say I heard about this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That's awesome.
So again, it's not only Chicago, but it's all over the place. You know, so I am in conversations. You know, but then I also have to make our grocery stores responsible.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, so when you look at things such as, and I'm going to call it out, I call it the way it is.
Do it.
Okay, Black Women's Expo,
Okay.
ABC7, Walgreens are the title sponsors. Walgreens has been the title sponsor for 25 years.
I know where you're going.
They have yet to return our calls,
Yeah.
thinking that we don't shop at Walgreens. Okay, and it's unfortunate because the fact that Walgreens is their number two. Puerto Rico is their number 2 market.
Wow.
Now look at the beauty industry. When you look at someone like Sephora, the number 1 store for Sephora in the U.S. is Times Square. Number 2, Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Okay,
Have they
We gotta do
returned your
better.
calls?
We gotta do better.
we got to do better.
We gotta do better.
Yes.
Absolutely. So the thing is that we have to learn from these things, and when I say learn from this, when you look at 26th Street being the second busiest commercial business district in the city of Chicago, why isn't Division Street doing that?
Wow. That's a long talk.
Yeah, it is a long talk.
That's a long talk. Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate because the fact that, how is it that anything that is west of Damon is not touched?
Yeah.
Okay?
From bandera to bandera.
Again, and it's unfortunate because the fact that, we deserve to have good restaurants. We deserve to have good retail spaces. We deserve to have really good, safe spaces that everyone can come and enjoy and sample.
That's right.
And you know what I really admire is that you are literally changing the narrative. You are creating those platforms where you elevate Latinos, and not just in the food industry, but fashion and so many other platforms. So besides those, what else? What else do you do to elevate Latinos?
Well,
Which
I
other
have
areas?
an organization right now. When COVID started, me and a really, really good friend of mine, we were the co-founders of Illinois Unidos. We're the ones that actually started the mobile vaccination, program here in Chicago, where we could not get the vaccines. We now have a consortium of over 300 Latino-based organizations between here and Springfield. I mean, we were the ones that were writing policy and writing books to actually pass out to the communities. So right now, I am involved in a pharmacogenomics lab, and basically, pharmacogenomics is a testing of your saliva. So I can now test you for every single pre-hereditary cancer, all your
Really?
maternity, everything through the through
Wow.
the saliva, through your own saliva. I'm also working with another friend of mine, developing a new pharmaceutical brand in Puerto Rico to design medicine for the Puerto Rican. Okay, why? Because of the makeup of who we are. Between being European and African.
Caribbean.
And Taínos,
exactly.
right?
So
that's-
again, everyone's trait is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have, a trait to Africa. All of us do.
That's what they call it. The
All of us do.
the motherland.
The motherland.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you say that, when I did my first version of Saborea and I had Carlos Gaitan, I specifically invited 20 African American high school students to be part of this event. And I wanted to show them, the roots that we eat because they come from Africa. Okay. So again, when I would ask them, what kind of restaurant do you want to open? Well, I want to do a soul food restaurant. What's soul food? Well, soul food is, macaroni and cheese and peach cobbler and fried chicken. No, back in the day, that was a treat.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, chicken wings were scraps. Now, everyone's eating them.
All day.
But they had those kids sit there and cut up jautilla, malanga, llame.
Mira,
Okay?
yeah.
And I said, that's soul food.
Yuca.
Yes.
I love yuca.
Yes.
The Puerto Rican dish that, that's
Yuca
the
al
one
mojo.
thing oh, yes.
So
With
that's
garlic.
soul food. But I wanted to let them know this is where these are the roots that come from the motherland.
Yes.
From the motherland.
My mouth is watering, guys. We can
No,
stop
it's
talking
literally
about
mine
food.
too. I'm like, stop it. I was like,
My mouth is literally.
well, listen. We're going to take a commercial break. I told you it was going to get hot up in here. It got hot. And don't piss this man off because he's going to do
Don't piss me
something. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Hungry? Welcome to Buongiorno's, your neighborhood slice of Italy in the heart of downtown at 405 North Wabash. From that first crackle of a hot, thin crust margarita to the aroma of sausage and pepperoni fresh from the oven, this is pizza that stops you in your tracks. Every pie comes out blistered, just right. Bright tomatoes, silky mozzarella, and a crust that holds the fold. Watch the cheese pull. See the slice. Hit the plate. This is the moment you decide what you're eating tonight. And if someone at your table wants something besides pizza, don't worry, there are plenty of tasty options to choose from. Bring friends, bring family, bring an appetite. Dine in, grab a box to go, or order online for pickup or delivery. Open today, see the menu, and start your order now.
And we are back here at the Flava Podcast, and we have a super special guest.
Yes, we do.
Hoy estamos de lujo. We have such an iconic presence here at this table. And I've known him for a very long time, and everything that I've known about him is just beyond what my mind can comprehend. This is a man that is changing the world. And his main cause is to elevate the Latino presence in many different industries and platforms. So let's welcome back Cesar Rolon.
Yo. Thank you so much for being
Cesar.
here.
Hey, you want to play a game?
Vamos.
You want to play a game?
Let's do this.
Sure. So I'm always up for a game.
So let's play this or that. So you pick this or that, and you answer why you picked that one. So they could be real silly, they could be serious. Answer the ones you want. You don't have to answer everyone. Have some this or that's in your head. Ready?
For me?
Yeah,
Oh,
for him.
Okay.
We gotta ask him. We're both asking him.
All
okay.
right.
Oh, you're both asking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both, so I'm gonna start off with Tom or Jerry, the cat or the mouse?
Mouse.
Why?
Because they're inconspicuous and they hide.
Okay. A little bit more than that.
I don't trust them. I don't trust. I don't like rats. Period. So
Okay.
Blues or salsa?
salsa.
Eso que ni que, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they really feed off of each other.
True.
You know,
true
I mean,
that.
basically, and if you really think of it, it all really started in New Orleans, with that blues connotation, which led into the Afro-Cuban sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, for
Both.
sure.
All right. Arroz blanco o arroz con gandules?
Arroz blanco con habichuela quizá.
So arroz blanco it is. Okay. It's always a tricky one. I like how Jessie Fuentes, the other person, said it. She goes, arroz blanco. And I said, why? She said, because I can sauce it up.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you just said.
Mal posteado.
Yeah.
You can just add anything to leftover white
Yeah.
rice.
Even put an egg on top.
Todo.
Vamos.
So this is it's kind of an easy one, but it's going to be hard for you. Puerto Rico or Cabo?
Ay, que tú te crees. Puerto Rico. I mean, for sure. I mean, look, I can't leave my roots. No matter how frustrated I may get with the government, our roots are our roots. I mean, there's nothing like it at all whatsoever. From the rhythmic to the food to the culture to the way we speak to our body language to the comedy. These are things that other Latin cultures don't understand. Whether it's actually chorro, or we're calling somebody by a nickname. We are a country that we love to have fun. We love to laugh. comedy is a big staple in Puerto Rico. And you know what? When you have the suffrage that we've had for so many years, you gotta find something to laugh about, even if it's on yourself.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, I don't know if you're a sports guy, but I'm bringing up some sports.
Cubs.
Ladies and gentlemen, he went straight to it. So, why not the Sox?
I grew up on the Southwest Side.
Uh-huh.
My dad has always been a Cubs fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a lot of sports memorabilia. You know, I actually have like my own little shrine dedicated to Roberto Clemente.
Let's go.
And you got to come and see it because I have an original piece that is the image of Roberto Clemente, and the entire piece is made out of old Puerto Rico license plates.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, I have it on my
And
phone.
the museum had a lot of stuff of his.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I did.
See it?
Oh,
They
yeah.
had a lot of stuff.
No, and I actually have 2 of Roberto Clemente's original jerseys.
Oh, wow. Wow. I actually went to his house way after he passed away in Puerto Rico. My friend wanted to just see the house. He told us, we'll just see the house. Can we get a truck? For what? We just get a regular little car that they ride in Puerto Rico. No, we need a truck. All right, so we got a truck, right? Big, huge truck. So we drive out to the house, and we're seeing the house. He goes, can you park real close? ¿Pa qué? Park real close to the fence. I just wanted... Dude jumped over the fence, man. ran to those sliding doors. There were a window. You can see right through it, and his in there you can see his uniform. It was like a mannequin was wearing his original uniform, and he was just like, just looking at this mannequin, and we're like, dude, you get us in trouble. Get us out of there. A few seconds later, Roberto Clemente's wife walks out.
Okay.
She invites him in. She comes out, invites us in. So
Nice.
now we're there, just like, that was my experience with Roberto Clemente.
I look at that because, look, you know, we all worship. If you're Puerto Rican, you worship Roberto Clemente. But for me, I worship his philanthropic side.
Yes, huge.
Because that's how I see myself. I see myself just giving back, you know, and it does not take anything to give back. Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, just kind words really makes up enough. Yes. You know, un plato de arroz con habichuela is enough. You know, there are too many people here that are suffering, and you know, there's this. What we're going through with immigration right now is unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable when you have a president and a vice president who are married to immigrants. Mm-hmm. You know, so again.
My turn?
Your turn.
All right. I don't know if you drink, but...
Ay, bendito.
What's the first thing you told me?
I have a strong... I'm curing a hangover from this morning.
All right. So, vodka or tequila?
Vodka.
Why?
You know why? You want to know why?
Oh,
I had a
just
really
hurt my
bad
heart.
experience in college with tequila, to the point that they found me in a room. And I had urinated all over myself the night before. Oh, yeah. So, and mind you, let me tell you, 2 years ago, I was invited by the Cuervo family to the Cuervo estate. And I thought I was going to stick my finger down my throat.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that was my experience, because the fact that, you know, when I drank that as a college student, I drank that cheap stuff. Yeah. But when you go to the estate, it's not the same.
I recently had a really bad experience with vodka. Because, you know, my family, we have this tradition, like the night before Thanksgiving, we'll get together to prep and chop off and, you know, all that stuff. But all of our kids, now they're teenagers, they're like, you know, so they were all gone. It was just me and my sister in the kitchen, right? So we're like, let's do a shot. And I'm like, but just one. Okay, so one, this is Tito's. So one turned into a second one, into a third one. We finished the whole bottle. So we were trying to host Thanksgiving the next day with the worst hangover. I don't think I can smell, touch, or taste vodka for another 10 years.
I'm the same way with all of it.
That was
I'm the same way with all of it.
Yeah, it's interesting because in Chicago sells more mezcal now than tequila.
Does it?
Yeah. Chicago's the number one market for mezcal.
And you know what? It's an acquired.
It's smoky.
Taste. Yes,
it is smoky.
Acquired. Yeah, like even myself is like, you know, I'm still trying to get used to it, you know, but it's definitely one of those drinks that you have to like really take your time with. Right? You're sipping
even
tequila.
You're sipping it?
Yes.
Okay.
Even tequila, you're not meant to like do shots.
I never liked
You're
tequila.
meant to like.
It's a sipper.
Yeah.
Well, we actually brought last year a group of women who they cultivate their own mezcal, and it's 9 women from Oaxaca, and they came here for the Latina Expo, and again, just telling their story. because then with the beauty here too is that how do you get these brands, into a distributor? These distributors are large. They don't want to take small mom and pop, brands like that. So there is a distributor here in Chicago, Puerto Rican owned, and it's Constantino Spirits. And these brands that I've been able to meet, he has taken them in.
Yes, I know Felix.
Felix.
I love.
It sounded familiar to me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
So
He's
I've been working with
product-
him on getting new brands. But in Puerto Rico, I am an investor in a rum.
When do you sleep, bro? When do you sleep?
That's a
Man.
good question.
That's a
I
great
know.
question right now.
Yeah, but you know what? I love what I do. I wouldn't know what else to do. I tell people, if you see me selling paletas, just buy one. Don't criticize. Just buy one.
Don't
You may
piss
like
me
the
off.
flavor,
So, because Liz is not here, so I got to ask one of her questions. And she likes doing Dubai or Hawaii.
Dubai
Why?
culture.
Okay.
Yeah, the ambiance of Dubai is absolutely unbelievable. And with Hawaii, I look back at the whole Bad Bunny syndrome.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, look at what we did to Hawaii. Okay, and a lot of people still don't understand that when the U.S. government took over the military campgrounds in Puerto Rico, which is from my hometown of Salinas, my father when my father dies, he wants his ashes thrown, which used to be his community, which is now Campamento Santiago.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't no longer exist. But when you think that those individuals in the 40s had two options, either they stay and join the military, or you got shipped to Hawaii. Okay, so which is the reason why you see Hawaiians with big lips and big booties.
Yeah.
Okay, because of us. So
Things
Okay. The history.
And spam.
History in spam.
And spam.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They got all kinds of spam in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
It's bananas. Yeah. They probably got bananas in spam.
I got lips.
But speaking of bananas, I mean, okay, plátanos or Hawaiian plátanos?
I will say regular platanos because that's what I know.
Really?
Do I know Hawaiian platanos?
You can get them anywhere.
Are they here?
Yes.
Okay.
Armitage Produce.
What are they called? Hawaiian?
Tostones. But they're Hawaiian tostones.
Dang. Yeah.
So the plantain,
I just ate
the
some last
plantain
night.
is like this.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian plantain is like, it's round and straight, and it's butterier. It's really, really, it's much, much lighter and butterier.
What do we call it?
Tostones.
No. What do you call the plant? The banana? Totore?
It's a plantain.
It's just regular plantain.
You've probably seen them, but
I'm
you
like-
just
yeah, I'm like-
you walk right by it.
Are you talking
yeah.
about the regular yellow bananas or
No.
The green.
The green.
Oh,
The green.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's much lighter and it's much butterier.
Okay.
Like it's not as heavy as a regular tostón, but it's almost like like tostones de pana.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
I have to
Try
try
it.
that.
I will.
Yeah, because to
Hawaiian-
me, they all look the same. But
No.
apparently they taste different.
No, Hawaiian. Yeah, try and again they come frozen in the bag. But try them because I'm telling you they're so much.
Wait, they come
lighter.
frozen in the bag.
Yeah. I just bought a bag yesterday.
Okay. All right. Because we're going to eat this house.
Of course. Oh, I'm so down for that. I would love for you guys to come down.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
I'm down. So here's the next one: night in or night out?
Well, I should be in because I had a night out last night. So, you know what? I say how blessed I am because we grew up at the right time. These kids don't have what we had back then. I mean, when I tell you, we went to every club you can think of. Not only did we have the clubs, and let me go back a little bit to the music scene here in Chicago. Okay, 'cause I want to straighten something out also.
Let's go.
All right, so again, Chicago, house music, right? City of Chicago went ahead and they proclaimed, Chicago, 50 years of house music. When the proclamation was released, Latinos were not included at all.
That's true.
And I said, blip that. So I wrote a resolution honoring Latinos in house music. Okay? I received an award a couple years ago through the Chicago Music Exchange, and I see this guy walk in, and I'm like, what are you doing here? And it was Tito Puente Jr.
Okay.
He was like, you're getting an award, and I'm giving you your award. I'm like, what? So
look
the
at
chosen
that.
few, you know who the chosen few
Absolutely.
are,
Yes.
okay?
Absolutely.
Received their award before me, and they thanked the black community, black music, house music, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
No, it's not. Because you know what? I received my award right after that. And I congratulate, because I know them all. They're really good friends of mine.
How'd they get you pissed off?
I said, guys, don't get it twisted, because the very first queen of house music in the U.S. was a Puerto Rican by the name of Liz Torres from Humboldt Park.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Okay? So again, you know, when you think that all the clubs were always on the north side, okay?
Always.
Whether it was coconuts, AKAs, bananas, all of them. Okay, so we've been in the industry, and for that reason, 2 years ago we launched Latinos in the House.
Yeah.
Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
But they did that documentary too, where even one of our guys, which is Fast Eddie, he agreed with all that, and I was like, Eddie, what are you talking about? Your whole crew is Latino. You know, I was like, that was heartbreaking. It was.
So newsflash, we're taking Latinos in the House of Puerto Rico next year to the Vivo Beach Club.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
now I have an excuse to travel to
I
Puerto
know
Rico.
who I'm hanging out with.
I think I was Puerto Rican in my past life, because every time
Well, you
I go
look
to Puerto Rico, right? And
You have
and
the
then I love
features.
salsa. Like, people think I'm Puerto Rican because I dance salsa. But every time I'm in Puerto Rico, my skin is just glowing.
Yeah,
my
but
hair.
and here's the thing: is that I'm going to call out what I need to call out when it comes to the industry here in Chicago, especially radio. Okay, because once again, we're not all Mexican, and nothing against that whatsoever.
No, but it's
Okay,
obviously.
and the thing is that when you go to other countries, Mexico, Peru, Ecuador, they listen to salsa. Okay,
yeah.
So the thing is that, when you say that there's no market here, that's not true. We are the only major city with no salsa station. That's unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable.
When was the last time we had a salsa
Well,
station?
when I worked there, when it was like Tropical. But then,
what year was that?
Jesus, that was over 15 years ago. But the thing is that, but even when you look at it, well, and you know what? And I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna go deeper, guys. Because when
Keep
you
it to
look
us,
at
keep
something
it to
like
us.
iHeartRadio, where are the Latinos in iHeartRadio?
No.
Okay, when we are 60% of the listeners are Latino. Where are the positions within the city of Chicago when we're 34% of the population?
So, Cesar, does that mean?
I'm
You're
not
about
running
to
for
start-
alderman.
I mean,
I am not the
at
one.
this point,
Okay, I am not the one.
But we should definitely do something about that, because listen, I'm a salsera de hueso colorado. Like,
Yeah.
I feel salsa more than I have ever felt anything. Like, I don't, and it's weird because I'm Mexican, but I don't reconcile with banda.
Yo soy un caballero.
No, listen,
Okay.
listen, I can't beatbox at all, except Mexican. I can beatbox Mexican. Do you want to
Yeah,
hear
but
it?
they never you're Latino.
Do you want to hear it?
Wait, I want to hear this
Do you wanna hear
beatbox, Cesar.
right.
What's this beatbox in Mexican?
So I cannot beatbox, but I
Okay.
can only do Mexican.
Vamos.
Yeah?
Vamos.
So it goes like this. No, just kidding.
She's got a tube under her esophagus. Okay.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can beatbox. I can't rap. I can't do any of that. But
You
I
know
can. I
Paloma's
can
having a
dance.
good time to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Paloma needs a Paloma is what it is.
But listen, I feel salsa in my bones. I just, it's something about it. So that's what I'm saying. I think I was Puerto Rican in my past life, or I don't know how or why I feel so connected to Puerto Rico. Half my families are
We were
Puerto
talking about it
Ricans.
earlier when we were driving up here. How you're connected to the music and how that makes you feel
Oh, yeah.
great. The
Yeah.
music makes you feel good when you're not in a great having a great
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I mean, dancing literally saved my life. And then the night where I was about to give up,
Yeah.
I danced.
And
in
you
the
get
dark.
you get that from salsa, and you get that from house music. You
Yeah.
really don't get that from hip hop.
So can I ask you a
Okay.
question?
Well, since
can
you're
I
a
can I ask you a
hip-hop guy.
question here
Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
about house music,
if
right?
it was Biggie,
okay.
So what's the
I'm
difference
on Tribe Called Quest.
between
oh yeah.
house music and deep house music?
Look, it's for me. I love vocals.
Yeah.
Like, give me someone who can sing from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, house can be more trackish.
Yeah.
With the deep house, it's more about the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, The Sound of Blackness, which is, Ann Nesby,
The
who gives you the
soulfulness.
whole gospel house.
Yeah.
Which I love. Like, turn me out. I want to be sanctified. That's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff that I love.
I'm loving this
Give
interview.
me church. Give me
I'm
church.
loving this interview. This is dope.
But again, that's why, you have someone here in Chicago like Teresa Griffin, who's our number one R&B soul singer. Okay. But again,
Well, deep house is pretty big, like in Europe. I did take a trip back some years back. I don't know if you've heard of DJ David Sabat.
yeah, of course.
He's one of my closest friends, actually. And
Talented.
he is
Talented.
He is. I mean, he's
And
really
for someone
talented.
who's losing his vision,
Yeah, that's the thing. You see the guy, Jewish guy, white guy, like you look at him, you will never think
Yep.
that he's a worldwide DJ.
usually like that.
but
and he's a photographer.
very
Wow,
talented
thank you for
one,
losing
like
his
And he's a
very
photographer.
talented one.
Okay.
So we took a trip, it was a group of us. This guy, okay, it's spinning in Paris at this club called De June, right? Whatever they were spinning wasn't hitting. The moment that he got on deck, the whole club just freaked out. They didn't understand what the music was saying, but they felt it. And I was like, yeah, but I was so ignorant about as far as house music goes, right? So I thought that was music. I thought that was like the house music that existed.
Oh,
But I came to understand that there were different types, you know? So he educated me on that. But in my opinion, he's one of the best, And then DJ Lego Rodriguez is another really good house DJ.
Lego's a really good friend of mine. Very good friend of mine.
Stacy Kidd, it's another one that that I really like. So this guy's kind of educated me on in that regard because I
And my
knew
thing
nothing.
always has been, I've always been pro more to the New York sound, the garage. That to me is like that was a full sound because there was nothing like the garage in New York
Yeah.
City. When you're in a club with over 1,000 people.
Swing it up.
But then we did it here in Chicago. Let me tell you, we had some of the best after hours here. And again, I was one of the lucky ones that I went to the original warehouse.
Original warehouse.
Yes, the original.
Okay.
Where it was $5 to get in. And then you walk up, then you walk downstairs, and then they had all the black and white screens. But let me tell you that Frankie's co-producer happened to be Puerto Rican,
Okay.
Erasmo.
So I got a question for you. So you remember Kabooms?
Of course.
So warehouse Kabooms?
Oh, warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Give Me Dirt.
What about-
But let me
do
tell
you
you, it's
remember
funny because a good friend of mine is Coco Cortez.
Okay.
I remember she was the MC over there at Kaboom.
Kabooms.
Do you remember the Boom Boom Room?
Of course, Red Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Dog, then you had
That was one
But
of
let
my
me tell you,
Borderline.
there was a place that all the Puerto Ricans went to. It was called Coconuts.
Yeah.
Okay, like that place was crazy. You had 4 boxes and you had different erotic dancers on there. And there was one guy who was a bearded lady. And this was a heavyset guy who would dress up as a woman with a full beard
With
and pumps.
huge,
and
huge earrings, right?
and he's
hoops,
still
yeah.
the number one attraction now in Japan.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, let's go.
In Japan.
Let's go. Okay, let's go to the next topic because we'll be stuck on this one. I think we're going to go straight to the last one. Chicago pizza or New York pizza?
Chicago.
Why?
Because of the variety. I mean, New York is basically the flat and it's folded. Okay? Here, you can put a shoe on a pizza. And the thing is that, with the difference, for example, you've got and let me tell you, the original Giordano's, was in a lower level of a tavern on the southwest side of Chicago,
Okay.
where I grew up at.
Okay.
Okay? But look at the story behind Gino's East. Because Gino's East is a cornbread crust
Okay, I never ate it.
versus the traditional flour crust.
Okay.
And then you have Lou Malnati's,
Okay.
which is a little airier and still cornbread, but then you
And
have
heavy, like it's-
Pequods, which is all caramelization.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. He did say Pequods.
We're
Thank you
talking
very
about
much.
food again.
He did say Pequods. So, what is your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza that I will go above and beyond, I don't care who, Falco's. Falco's Pizza on Archer in
I
California.
think about windows when I think about Falco.
Falco's Pizza.
Falco's Pizza.
Still to date, buttery crust. They make their own sausage. Loaded with sausage, with Italian sausage. There's nothing like it.
Wait, Falco's, where is it at?
It's on Archer in California. And there's
Archer in
another one in,
California.
I think, in Berwyn and one in, Archer in California.
Okay.
Saucy, but I mean, you're getting a slice of pizza that's loaded with fresh Italian sausage made right there.
That's awesome. Hey, so me and my co-host, Liz, is not here today. We have a little thing to see who will mention my pizza place or her pizza place. And you did it. Pequods.
Okay.
Ever heard of a place called Natti's?
Yes.
Okay, you got one too. He said yes. He knows Natti's. Okay, awesome.
Still like Pequod's better though.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
So like
about.
Pequod's
That's that
better.
question. I got you, girl. Got you. So good stuff. We'll be right back after these messages. So we are back. Yo, we're having a good time here. We're honestly having a good time. I'm learning a lot. This is a history lesson as well. As we're getting house music, Puerto Rico, fashion, food, a lot of food. Cesar, thank you for being here, man.
It's an honor. It really is. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Now, this is like the first time we really, really get to talk and chat it out. And man, I'm having an amazing time, and I'm glad my friend is here to enjoy this with us.
Oh, you're a blast. You're such a blast. And you know, I
We're
thought
connecting.
I knew a lot about you, but I'm learning so much that it's so refreshing. And also, you mentioned a little earlier, a little bit about what I'm really passionate about. We talked about utilizing the world of fashion to change the world and how, we can actually make an impact. So I I've never been a fashionista. I've never been, into fashion. Like, I came into the industry by chance. Well, actually, no. We were aligned, okay?
Yeah.
Numbers.
So I came in through the marketing door, right? So my partners approached me. They said, this is an opportunity. I saw what they were doing, and the core, the cause, and the why they're doing that is to raise awareness on human trafficking through the fashion world. Because as you know, that's one of the most
where it starts.
vulnerable
Correct.
industries. And, you have a lot of gullible young, people that they come in wanting to, aspiring models, right? So if they call you to a casting, you show up thinking, and then it's very easy to sway them and pursue them and, get them into that world. So that's something that we are focusing through. I am not for profit. And, that's the only reason why I accept it is because I get, approached by different projects, but this really touched my heart because it has a true cause. Then you mentioned something about it. So can you share with us, what is your involvement with raising awareness on human trafficking? What is that all about in the award that you have?
So I received a congressional award at the White House last year for my work in human trafficking. And again, we need to raise the awareness, especially in the Latino community.
Yes.
Especially when you have parents that are working, they don't know what their kids are doing, okay? And, a lot of it really does take place in our own community. So we have to be real about this. It does exist.
Yes.
And even in our countries, you have these girls that are selling themselves because they need money. Their families need money, okay? And I started this initiative called Yet She Rise. And I was brought into this because there was a famous designer based in Canada who had a big store in Times Square in New York City. And they wanted to find someone who's in the fashion industry. They found me because they didn't want anyone from New York. They wanted someone from the outside. So long story short, he got busted. He got busted 2 years ago. So now he's now in jail. He was actually trafficking girls in the Bahamas, stealing their passports and taking them to another island. So again, it's reality. It's reality.
Yeah.
But it hurts. It really does hurt. So
Yeah.
what we did was that at the Puerto Rican Parade in New York City, we actually marched with 600 girls. And they all had dark blue lipstick because that's the color of human trafficking, and the message is out there. I mean, we were entertained by Sonny Hosteen from The View, and we got it out because again, you would never think that human trafficking exists in the Latino community. Well, guess what? It does.
It does. Even
More
if
than
in
more
our
than what you
back,
know.
in our suburbs here in Illinois,
Especially the suburbs.
Yes.
And Chicago is Chicago's either 3 or 4 when it comes to human trafficking because of the events that we have here in Chicago, because of the conventions. So whether it's sports, whether it's conventions, all of that,
The NFL, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest, days for them to recruit, and they always prey on vulnerable, young women that have no support system. Those are the easiest ones to grab, for them. People that, they don't have vigilant parents, right? Where you at, who you're with, that type of thing. And then, a lot of them have a dream and they come in, they promise things to them, and that's how they get themselves into that, But the more I do research about it, because I didn't know, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know much about it. But now that I'm getting into this fashion, world and how we're trying to raise awareness, I delved into the topic to educate myself. And I was stunned with the statistics. I mean, this is a $245 billion industry worldwide. That's more combined than the NFL, than NBA.
Wow.
But don't get it twisted, because it exists more than ever in the colleges. Okay, so basically, what we need to do, and it comes down to education.
Yes.
If you look at the airline industry, flight attendants are trained to look out for that.
Yes.
So why aren't we doing the exact same thing in schools?
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Because they are starting young.
Absolutely.
They're starting very young. Okay?
Yes. As
There are
young as 13.
And why aren't we training the Girl Scouts of America?
Right.
Okay?
That's a very
and
good
it's not just
question.
girls, because boys are now more popular
I was going to mention that.
Yes.
What about the boys?
than girls. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, when you look at, truck stops.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's one.
I mean,
that's a big
gasoline
one.
stations.
Yeah.
All of that. So I mean, these are things we need to really think about as a whole. But my God, don't be afraid of speaking about these things.
Yes. And that's where we come in.
Okay?
That's where we come in.
I mean, look, my mother told my sister one day, if you let a man lay a hand on you, I will beat your butt and his.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And one thing that I always say at the Latina Expo, number one, I always thank women for giving birth to us.
Yes.
Because without you, we would not be born. So who am I to tell you what to do with your mind, your body, and your soul?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay? And that's how I elevate my message. So again, there are things that we need to continue talking about. Right now, the obesity in Chicago is beyond control. Okay? For Puerto Ricans, if it's not under a lamp and fried,
We don't want it.
we don't want it.
Bates.
Well,
So-
we Mexicans, we fry everything too.
Yeah. So we're launching something called My Vida Med, coming out actually this month. And My Vida Med actually is it's a new platform for semaglutides, and our market is only the Latino community. Another thing that and we'll leave it at that, is that the World Cup is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
It's another one too, human trafficking,
Yes.
because it's going to be all over the United States, which is the reason why Latina Expo will be held in Houston, Dallas, and Jersey, because we're going to be aligning ourselves with the World Cup. Okay?
Beautiful.
For that purpose. But there is a facility here in Chicago that I'm going to be turning into the World Cup experience. And it's in Melrose Park. It's an indoor soccer facility. I'm building out immersive experiences. Again, working with Telemundo and NBC. I'm getting the licenses so that everyone here can actually have that same experience in watching these games right here in Chicago for the World Cup.
And thank you for that.
I'm just excited about everything going on. I love this.
Only somebody like Cesar
And then
Rolon
pizza.
can do that.
Yeah.
There you
Pizza.
go.
There you go.
Pizza. Awesome. So, taking down memory lane right now. Who were you when you were 10 years old?
Fat. Afro. I was a musician. I've always been in music since the age of 3. My father was a musician. My parents had all of us in performing arts, always. So still to date, I'm a percussionist.
Okay.
I don't know if you know my brother.
I know a lot of people, but who's your brother?
His original tag name was Design.
No, I don't. I want to say no.
He's actually one of the first original taggers here in Chicago. So he did the first mural with Jimi Hendrix on the Southwest Side, and then he created a crew called Aerosol.
Okay.
And he was the one that actually did all of the Batman rides for the Six Flags theme parks.
Oh, wow.
So back in the day, there was a store called George's Music Room.
Yeah, of course.
My brother did all those murals.
Did he? Okay,
Yeah.
I know those.
So
I know the murals.
And
Yeah.
he has a permanent exhibit at the MCA.
Okay.
At the El Museo de Arte de Puerto Rico.
Okay.
He just did the entire facade of the Milwaukee Museum.
Okay.
But his name is Carlos Rolon.
Okay.
He's a world-renowned artist.
Awesome.
Just sold a piece down to 007.
Okay.
Pierce Brosnan.
All right. Cool.
But I mean, he's got a huge trajectory. That's my baby brother.
That's your baby brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y salió chiquito. I'm plugging that one in.
So who were you at 15?
Music, because in high school I was in band, jazz band, orchestra. Music was my life.
What was your instrument?
Drums.
Okay.
I'm a percussionist.
Okay. Okay.
Xylophone.
Okay. Nice. Very fun.
Did you ever play at church? No.
La casita.
No, but let me tell you, when we first lived in Chicago, because we lived off of like Congress and Damon, there was a famous television program of a black church called Rock of Ages.
Yes.
So there was a hole in there, and every Sunday I would peep it. I was like, so that's where I got my inspiration
Okay.
for gospel and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, give me someone who can sing from here, I'm all in.
That's good stuff. 20 years old.
20 years old. All right, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Well,
I
thank
was
you.
a purchasing agent at a paper company, and we created like really dope, comical, nasty cards,
Uh-huh.
okay, which is now known as recycled paper products. And then DJ, and that's when we launched our record label with my compadre, Carlos Valderrama, who actually came from WGCI. And I knew I wanted to be in the business, so we launched our own record label. Then we also had our own sound and lighting company. So ask me if I ever want to do a wedding. No.
No. Ever.
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 Okay, we were doing weddings every weekend.
Okay.
And I'm like, been there, done it, don't want no part of it.
Okay. So before I move on to 25, what was your household? It was your brother. Now I know you have a brother. Mom, pops.
There's 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm the oldest.
you're the oldest of 3 boys? 4 boys?
It's 2 girls and 2 boys.
2 boys. Okay. Live home with mom and pops, or
I moved out when I was 17.
Okay.
Same. Well, I got
Yeah,
kicked
when I was
out.
17.
She's
Because I lived in the
saying-
Southwest
Little
side, but
different.
then I went to the University of Illinois for like a semester, hated it, and I went to Northeastern.
Okay.
Which is where I graduated.
So
from.
what high school did you go to?
Kelly High School.
Kelly. Okay.
I'm a Trojan.
Okay. 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 25.
Still in music.
Okay.
Still in music. I mean, music is my life.
Uh-huh.
Performing arts is my life. And then right after that, I went to radio.
Okay.
Actually, by then, I was the executive director of Little Village, and then as I transcended into the Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce, someone says, "Hey, you know what? You could be good in media."
Okay.
And went to media, and I did things in sevens. Because I was 7 years at each chamber and 7 years in radio.
Here goes with the numbers. Here
And
goes
my
the
birthday,
numbers.
lands on a 7. So
Well, most of us do have cycles of 7 years.
yeah,
7 to 9 years. So
Okay.
I'm same. I'm a 7-year cycle.
yeah.
Yeah. That's when.
And what's your cycle?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, think about it this way: like how often something really big happens, right? Like like 7 years ago, what happened? So every time something like really drastic, traumatic, or dramatic happens to me, it's every 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. That's weird.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And think about where you'll be doing this in 7 years from now.
We'll be doing
Where do you
this.
see yourself in 7 years?
Top of the Sears Tower doing podcasting. I don't know.
That's a big antenna, baby.
Exactly. But there's a lot where I want to go and use this vessel that I have here to go to in different kind of businesses.
Well, the thing is that, you know what I mean, you're pioneering what you're doing as well, because our community does not have enough of this. So congratulations to you.
Gracias. Gracias.
You know, and again, these are conversations I want to continue having with you, because the fact that, you know, we don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not awarded to us.
Yeah.
You know, I have an organization called the Creative Cipher. The Creative Cipher is a nonprofit organization for filmmakers of color. Why is it that why aren't we more behind the lens? Why do you think that we're going to be operating a food truck? So when these movies are filmed here? No.
Yeah.
You know, we are behind the lens now.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's a couple of projects. I'm actually going to be working on a project that I just pitched now on the day in the life of a community healthcare worker. So what happened when COVID came out? We leaned on community healthcare workers, okay?
Huge.
Because they're the trusted messengers.
Right.
You mentioned something before the show here, and actually, March 7th, I am actually going to be launching the Community Healthcare Workers Champion Awards in honor of International Women's Day.
Where do you get some sleep, bro? Bro. Wow. Amazing.
So again,
connection.
I don't stop, but
Yeah.
we're changing the world.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's go. Let's do it. Yes.
You know, that's
I want to be
that's
just like
what you-
Obama.
Let's go.
And he's another Leo, just like me,
That's-
born on the same day.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. So I think that's what we need to do. Like, we just need to stop just surviving and existing.
Stop saying I
everything
can't.
yes, and everything that we do has to be with a purpose.
Yes.
I don't do
And it takes
anything
nothing.
anymore. Yeah.
It takes nothing.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I mean, you know, we're really made our organization successful. We think of it with Illinois Unidos. What did I do? I put my announcement on tortilla packages. So every time you went to a grocery store and you picked up a pack of tortillas, I had information on COVID.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah. Awesome. So,
Beautiful.
30 years old. Where were you? What were you doing?
Probably in a bar, dancing. Oh yeah, I was dancing.
Some house music?
Of course.
Some deep house.
Deep.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
salsa. I'm sure you were dancing salsa.
No, you know, I've lived my life very straightforward, very comfortable. My grandparents were my world. We grew up with nothing in Puerto Rico. And, you know, I always say it's our responsibility to be grateful and to pay homage for those who have given us what we have right now.
Yeah.
Because they did all the work. Okay?
Yeah.
They didn't have any shoes. I had to steal eggs when I was a kid, you know, yada, yada, yada. But my God, if we don't pay homage to history and what they've done for us, we have it easy now. So, you know, when I look at Latina Expo, I look at my grandmother. I look at, you know, and I'm lucky because I have two grandmothers on my father's side, su madre y la madre crianza, that were sisters. And I'm the firstborn on both sides of the family. So, you know, I was spoiled. But at the end of it, I'm carrying their legacy. And each one of us has a legacy.
Yes.
Really, we do. Every person is a brand and every person is a legacy. So think about what that is.
I believe that.
Seriously.
Yeah, that one hit. That one hit right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one hit.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here because of this brand. And you're showcasing our legacy.
I'm here because of my brand.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So without your intuition and what you do, our brands don't exist unless we tell the story. And you're giving us that opportunity.
Thank you. I try my best to get us out there. They need
Congratulations.
to hear the stories.
Yeah.
And how you support like local, you know,
I have
business
to.
owners.
It's just like I
and-
said at the Chicago Podcast Summit, I'm just not doing Paseo Boricua. I'm going to Little Village. I'm going to back of the yards. I'm going into those neighborhoods where people don't hear their stories.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, I wish we would have connected earlier because this year I actually had the opportunity. I produced this year the National Association of Hispanic Journalists Conference here in Chicago. So there were over 1,400 journalists. Okay. Now I want you to think about, as a matter of fact, we'll talk about this later, but think about those Latinos that are going into journalism
Yeah.
that don't have this.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to actually expand that,
Yeah. I do. I know.
even if it's doing the news, the weather, travel, culinary.
Yeah. You're putting something in my heart today, bro. I love it. Thank you so much. So, 35.
Just go to 50.
No. We're gonna. Okay, I'll skip
30
one.
35
We'll
get to the party, bro.
We'll go to 40. We'll go to 40.
Ay,
Let's get to the
bendito.
good part.
At 40, I was afraid to be 40. Trust me, I haven't stopped. Like, I don't stop.
What were you afraid of 40?
Because it was like a milestone number. Look, and then 50, I thought I was going to have a diaper. But I'm going to be 65 next year. You know, so I still have a lot of stuff to do.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of projects.
I think like, there's a little bit of fear of getting old, but like the older that we get, the more we realize that life is just starting. At least for me, I was terrified of turning 40, because come on, beauty, all that stuff kind of fades away. And what are you left with, right? So to me, it was like, okay.
Paloma, you're 48 and you're beautiful. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. No, just kidding. 48, but I'm 48, yeah. But to me, like age is not even an issue anymore.
No,
like,
I don't live myself
whatever.
like that. I mean, my life like that at all. I mean, I see people that are my age and they're like, ay, que no puedo. Everything hurts. I'm like,
we can do
really?
anything at any age.
Yeah.
And if you keep on dancing, you're going to be good because it's all about body movement. You have to keep yourself moving. So that's why I dance.
My bones cracked, WD-40. I don't know what else to do. You know what I mean? So,
Ponte Vicks.
Right.
Ponte Vicks.
Vicks. Exactly.
And preparation age.
Hello. Okay. So,
That's a beauty tip. That's a beauty tip.
Beauty tip.
but again, I could just say, live your life with passion. Live your, and it's not easy.
No,
It's not easy, especially, look, I look at these younger generations. I'm like, how are you going to be able to afford a home? I mean,
It's hard for them now.
It's hard for them now.
They're buying homes right now in their 40s and 50s. Back then, we used to buy the houses in their 20s and 30s. Now it's 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Buy abroad.
buy-
Spain.
Oh, no. I thought you said buy abroad. I'm like, damn.
Abroad. Well, sorry, it's my new job. Doesn't come out as well as I wanted to. So,
So, we went to 40. Let's go to 50. They do every 10, 50. What
was I doing at 50? Well, I opened up my own multicultural marketing agency.
Okay. What's it called?
Imagen. So I actually had I don't know if you're familiar with like the magazine Ocean Drive or Michigan Avenue.
Yeah.
So I had my own magazine called Nuestra Imagen Hispana.
Okay.
And it was on that same level. I wanted a magazine that was just on the same level of Ocean Drive and Michigan Avenue. And beautiful magazine. And all the stories were both in English and Spanish. Mm-hmm. So then we sold the magazine to Puerto Rico, and I kept the name Imagen.
Okay.
And so I have a full-fledged marketing agency because for me it is about culture. So we specialize, in the GLBTQ, in the disabled, in the Polish, in the Asian. Mm-hmm. Going back to like you said, a couple of years ago, there's a baseball park near like Irving in California, and I stopped and I saw this baseball game, and all the guys were in wheelchairs.
Amazing.
We're talking these guys that were like young guys, great looking, built like crazy from here up.
Waist up. Mm-hmm.
So I went there, I did a models call.
Really?
Why not? Awesome. Why not? They wear clothes too. They're just as good looking, and they're built better than I am because they're using this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And again, that's why I had a line that I configured called Blended Skins. Because again, it really comes down to all of our skins.
And a man of all trades.
Yeah.
You are just amazing.
You are. You really are. And the thing is
we all are.
The thing is, I want to
we
say
all
this.
Are amazing.
There could be people talking like the way you're talking, but you actually hold those receipts.
Exactly. Oh, because there are a lot of people that they just...
Yeah. He holds those receipts.
Yeah.
Why? Because you go Google them.
You're the real
see
deal. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Again, we all have it in us. It's just a matter of doing it. Baby steps.
Yeah. Have a plan. Get with ChatGPT.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays it's so easy.
Just don't date on it.
Can you imagine? So
see, do what I do. I have a body pillow, and I can change your name every day.
Hey,
see?
I look like
so what about love life? Do you have anybody supporting this journey?
Come around me. Hold on. Dijo que no like this.
She said no. That's why I'm successful.
Millisecond.
Newsflash: I could play Twister by myself.
Let's go.
He said that's the secret of my success.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
And spin the wheel.
Yeah. Whatever rough situations happen to me in life every 7 years was due to relationships. So yeah, distraction for sure.
No, I'd rather see other people's relationships.
Like I say. Ay, Dios mío. So 65 is the number you're going to hit next year.
Yep.
You're 64 today. You have accomplished so much stuff. You have helped so many people out. What is your biggest accomplishment that you think
My heart.
you have done? Okay.
I think I've got a great heart. I'm proud of what I do and how I give back to my community. Everything else is substance. My goal is I'm now going to take the Latina Expo and I'm going to franchise it. And of course, 2026, I'm launching the U.S. Latina Chamber of Commerce.
Hey, it's year one, so the best time to do it. So, what about life lessons? What would be the biggest and most impactful life lesson that you have learned in your almost 65 years of age?
Don't drink as much.
Okay.
Cut it off at 5 a.m.
Mira.
Cut it off at 5 a.m. because the after hours are not open anymore. Okay?
Well, they're out there.
Don't go to the
They're out
after
there.
party. Go home.
The after party could be at home, but you never know.
Right.
Wow. Cesar, I want to thank you for coming down to the...
The honor is all mine. Thank you so
To the
much,
Flava
sincerely.
Podcast.
De verdad. I mean, and congratulations to you and what you're doing. And again, spreading a message is more important than what the listeners have the opportunity to get. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I took a shot with you. I'm like, you know what? We don't know each other that much, but I'm gonna just throw it out there and let's see what God does.
Now you know me like that.
Now I know
See,
you.
now I'm laying here just like that.
No, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic.
I'm honored. So thank you, both of you. Thank you so much. De verdad.
Thank you.
So, Cesar, I want to tell you that you, senor, have flavor. This is my adobo.
Oh! I have to bring you mine.
Oh, you make your own too?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's low sodium because I'm...
No MSG, no byproducts.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'm a cook. I'm telling you something.
Let's go.
Now you're gonna come over. And I'm gonna use this.
Mira.
Yes.
We're coming over. So
Oh God, yeah. Please do.
You got me like my mouth is still watering
Black
from
is
the
it?
yeah.
I gotta go
so-
home and make 12 bottles of coquito tonight. So
Oh, wait a second. Whoa, coquito.
Why only 12?
I made 15 2 days ago because I give them away to my clients.
She meant by only 12. We're not 13.
Wait.
That's it.
Or
No. No, because I'm doing all this week because
You know, I've heard 15 is a good number.
they're done. Maybe it's the other 3 that you have to buy.
Well, Cesar and Paloma, thank you both for being here today.
Thank
At
you.
the, what's my podcast show? Because this man just got me out. Flava Podcast. Thank you very much. They're screaming from the back. I am ecstatic. I'm happy. Because I know these receipts and they're real.
Yeah.
And keep on doing what you're doing because you're inspiring not just other
Both of
people
us.
right now. You're inspiring me that I got to do more. As tired as I am, as many jobs as I have, I got to do more. And I could make that change that's in my heart for our people. Thank you so much.
This is your change right
yeah,
here.
yeah, thank you.
This mouthpiece is your change. So thank you.
Thank you. So, you have Flavor Senor and you have Flavor Senora. And this
happy
is...
holidays.
Oh, happy holidays.
everyone.
That's right. Camera on you, on Cesar.
Parranda time.
So, if you want people to reach out to you for any of the things that you do, the millions of things that you do, where can they reach out?
You can reach me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Cesar Rolon. I'm very heavily on LinkedIn and Instagram, Cesar Rolon 111.
Awesome. And because you're here, Paloma, where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere. You can Google me. I'm on Instagram, Paloma Greer. Just Paloma Greer everywhere, as it is.
I say this little paraphrase. I was walking in Puerto Rico, and there was this beautiful woman walking by. This guy stopped. He was like, "Mira, nena, how can I get a hold of you?" She's like, "Googleame."
Googleame. Googleame.
So, Googleame.
I love that. Googleame.
That's a Puerto Rican thing.
Exactly.
So remember, you have flavor.